And then
We should do our big game
Helmet, I had him as an acting coach, that he would help people pull out sad memories from the minds to make them sad, etc. But he's also had a one-man show. It was very psychic, a PsychOdyssey.
PsychOdyssey?
Yeah, if you like.
Please, can I go out there? Hello?
You can kind of stick
I
your
can
head
put my
through
head.
the
Oh, you can. Holy cow. You put your I just stuck my head through. Ooh, that could be interesting.
We have an Oculus rag here if you want to wipe your lenses first.
Sorry.
Try it.
I am a psychonaut.
I need to speed it up.
I am.
You ready, Tim? Check out Outpost.
It's a show, this virtual show ready to go.
Oh, the world of VR.
Yes. Now I've heard this actually lets you feel like you're in a place. All right.
What's
And-
the final total, Tim?
What's the
That's
final
it?
total? I don't
That's
care
it?
about the money. I don't care about the money. 3.8, 29, and 24. That's $3.8 million, everybody. Thank you for making this game. No
Use
sense.
the sound.
Never had it, never needed it, never will. My tiny Rubik's Cube I got.
Looks like a choking hazard.
Only thing Can I tell you a dumb idea not for this game? I could never fit this in a game. This is a loading screen, a loading icon, just a guy walking.
Yeah.
And it says press X to skip, and you press it, and the character starts skipping.
Can we put that in a cutscene? Because that's a
I've
cutscene.
never,
You know,
like,
because
that-
we
'cause
can
it
West
would only
Wing.
be funny once.
Yeah, I know. But we could do that joke because.
What was that? I'm still trying to get up the nerve to force GVR to put him in his turtleneck.
Scott?
No, Raz. Because how he got picked up, you see him get in, he's wearing his turtleneck, and the next shot he's going to be wearing his old camp clothes.
It's not the next shot.
It's
and
the
then
next
all of
shot.
a sudden, 10 years later.
You
10
got to
years later.
respect the fans who play like Costume Quest 1 and 2 in a row every year, right? It's got to make sense for them to play those two games in sequence, right? They care. They care. So if they play Psychonauts 1 and then they play GVR, and
change.
if they played them right after each other, it's going to bug them.
I think I'll get over it. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I'm just showing for the camera. Zach, you need to care about the players.
I don't care
Zach.
about those players.
Just something like
Honey World.
Honey, I was gonna say, is that
Honey.
Honky World or Honey World?
We're already in that.
Into the milk.
Yeah, water.
Okay. If I die, you take over and finish, okay? He agreed to that, right? That you could probably guiltily to be on the project then if I actually died.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also how they connect is the other sort of interesting, fun thing to think about. So, you know, like Psychonauts has a lot of this accelerated curve sort of thing, right? That little swirl in it. The original Psychonauts had a lot of those shapes. But it also was like the swirl where you go into a mind. But here they just inform the wood grain patterns, you know? So like it gives a little bit of, like they're in the same world even though one's in a hypothetical mind and one's reality. Like those little things to discover along the way as you're creating contrast are also really important.
You should be used to it by now, right? What? Are you filming all this? I figured. Why do I always ask? I just assume you do anymore.
I like your evil grin.
The evil grin, the Jack Skellington.
Jack Skellington's super
Like
there.
Grinch.
I know. I like that she looks like a real bully, like a real kind of, but she's gonna be so cool, right?
She'll turn out to be the nice one. Her nice sister will turn out to be the mean one, of course.
Is she ever
Love
gonna
it.
take her hat off?
Why would she ever take a hat? That's messed up, Dave.
Okay, good. That's on tape, right?
Yeah, it's interesting, like, there is a real big effort to make sure each character has a unique silhouette.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
That really makes modeling them all its own
Fun.
little thing.
It makes it fun. No, that's what makes it fun. Because you know it's going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't want to do Space Marine number 27. I have no interest in that.
Mhm.
I'd rather do 27 of those guys, you know.
Probably more than 27 this time.
I would rather do 150 of those guys. Oh, wait.
There you go.
God, that's loud.
One day it's actually going to work, and
Yeah. It used to spark. Does it spark anymore? Oh, it doesn't even spark anymore.
Or I could start making you do kickoff talks. dirty look.
You could.
From Ryan on that.
Did I give you a dirty look?
It was. Roll back the tape.
It was unintentional.
Wall jump. You're gonna get so excited.
Too fast for the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, what did you get the camera? Ooh, what? He's so bad. What's his face doing?
Yep. Yeah, so get that. There we go. There's
Come on. You don't want to let people see that? That would be such a crack up. Boop, 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 ba-doop, 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 boop. See if I drink from the platformer. Plastic mug. It gives me platformer knowledge. Oink, 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 oink.
Boing. That's a bug. He's gonna fix that one.
That was my favorite bug.
That's the morph ball. We're gonna be adding to the game.
And so it can't go back to the colony, so it just hangs
Ford
out.
is like a total babe.
You want to raise up. You're like I am not attracted enough to the old young Ford for this to be possible.
I don't buy that.
Does he look like that, or that?
No, he's dapper. You've seen the pictures of him. Well, I mean, okay, I guess stipulation is, assuming it's believable that Ford is a desirable person.
Oh no, that's the intention.
Oh,
is
is
that
it?
there'd be like things on that top level you can't get to unless you float the houses up to there.
Oh, okay.
You don't like that?
As long as you're prepared to figure out all the consequences of that flow connection, because it's like, I'm imagining like you lay out the top level, and if you've also got a whole second level that needs to like work on its own, plus connect to that one, I was thinking you would float those houses and, please stop.
I'm sorry, I can't stop now. I'm almost there. All right, now you're saying?
Regrets, I've had a few. But then again, we don't have time to mention them all.
So we'll be kicking off new levels with our new level team. These two guys will be kicking off a new level.
For sure. I mean, I started my first job in games we're just working for Electronic Arts. I was a level designer on Dead Space 1. There was always this feeling of like, you know, we should be doing something that has like bigger ideas, or that wants to say something, or that feels really personal. There were some of us at Electronic Arts who were trying to come up with ways to like pitch projects that would kind of fulfill that sort of mindset within the context of Electronic Arts, and like how would you structure that? Yeah, it's super hard. Not necessarily impossible, but just the way that any large business is structured makes it really challenging to like get the levels of support you need for what is essentially like taking a big risk, like just taking a big creative risk and making something that not everybody's gonna like on purpose, right? Like Dead Space 1 represents the closest Electronic Arts really got to doing that during the time that I was there, but yeah.
That's like the next guest couch. That's like the couch when like they're on the talk show and the guest is on, and then the next guest comes on and they move over to the couch.
You're above everyone. I know it might feel important because you're really up high, but the high chair aspect also. Yeah, well, a spoon applesauce into your mouth.
So this is something that we've talked about quite a bit. All of these kind of paper balls that she's been tossing that are kind of like rolling around outside the cabin kind of form together in like a giant.
It's all the receipts from all the restaurants.
Right. Exactly. Kind of form together into this.
Airplane.
What if you get an airplane? But then she tries to dismiss you, but she had this high-profile failure, and it kind of blew her life up a little bit, reminding her of what she's capable of.
You really need if you do like a cinema paradiso ending where you didn't even know you were collecting all those stories. You know, like when the censors were cutting all the kissing out of the films, and then the kid found the can with all the kissing in it and just watched them all the kissing in a row. Like somehow you've got to like censor out of these stories these moments, and you think it's kind of like this trash you're collecting, and then you're like, da 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 da.
I believe it. I've only seen it twice, maybe 3 times. So I believe you.
But she is here, so there she is. Now you know.
There you go. Okay, so playtest. All right, first things, a quick preface about the state of the game. The game is early. This is our first playable. It's not done yet. All cool, weird, quirky outcasts who were sort of approaching them as like the idea that they were all stars of their own game. That was in the
not. The cameras aren't there. What are you looking at? There's nothing over there. Jesus, Jim.
Jim.
In the office.
No, thank you. Oh, okay.
Ah. It's a good one.
It's like the Trump administration.
Yeah.
She is
Political.
Yeah. James Games aren't about politics. We're just here to have fun.
That's you can only look at the camera 3 times in one meeting.
No, it's really funny that if you're looking at this from like this sort of panopticon viewpoint and just seeing like all these.
What did you just say?
Panopticon.
Panopticon.
What are you guys? Who are you guys?
It's a
Prison?
Yeah, it's a very totalitarian thing.
It's a type of prison
Is it
where there's
Dr.
one,
X at
there's
the
one
end of the
guard tower in
X-Men?
the middle where you can't see through the window, but there's someone theoretically looking at all the different prisoners in the prison.
So all the cells are visible. But you're seeing all this. But you.
Where are you guys getting this thing?
What time is it behind me?
420.
Yeah.
Nice. We're gonna go.
420. Oh,
You got the 420.
420.
You got your 420.
smoke weed.
Pick your favorite flavor.
Oh yeah.
Jeremy and I at 4:20, we have a meeting every day. We're looking at what the VFX were like in Psychonauts 1 and trying to think about whether or not we want to put any spin on them or character that's different from that. So a big thing was Tim telling us, don't make it look like magic. So we've been going back and forth about what the fuck that means. It's really hard. Is there a color to magic? Is there a shape to magic? Is it that you can see it, that it's magic? These are all questions.
Maybe the game. No, yeah, nothing is definite in game development. Ask anyone who planned their wedding for after the game shipped.
Where am I on the internet right now?
You're at the end.
They just hit Control I in Photoshop.
Is it moving or is it not moving?
Is it moving or is it not moving? It's always moving to the right.
No,
but
it's not.
Never moving to the right.
If you stare at it long enough and then look at something else, your whole view will start warping.
Let me see.
I just made that up.
If you don't have to poop yourself at some point during this game, I'm gonna be really disappointed. Poop yourself out of yourself.
Oh, that's clone.
Oh, clone. Yeah, you're like,
Yeah. I've only got one clone in me.
You are going to shit yourself.
I got a clone again. You are gonna. Oh man, you just wrote the marketing copy for this thing.
How was your time? Yeah, I think some version of this head, Scott,
Yeah.
is probably F and G is where we would go. With
I think it's F and G, man.
F and G.
Fucking good.
Fucking good.
Wait, now let's take a break. Tell us everything about you and gambling right now.
I don't have a gambling problem.
Wow, that's weird that you said problem. I just said, tell us about you and gambling. Tell us everything about you and gambling.
If I lived really close to a casino, I'd be afraid that I would have a gambling problem because I do find it really fun.
Okay. All right, we're getting somewhere. This is good. And so the gamblings don't remind you of good
Do you
times.
want to lay down on the couch and we can just...
Because like looking at, I've got the list of deliverables for what we need to do this week. So just to read them off. The first pass at zoning out the area.
Yes.
I'm good at zoning out.
I know, right?
You know, Levi is kind of slacking a bit, and I hope he can't hear me. Oh God. That is true. Wow. I don't like placing rails. It really sucks.
I mean, that's welcome to the world of moving and placing splines. It sucks.
Yep.
Even being able to like define a start and an end point, and then say like I want 5 points along this line would be.
You can do.
Oh, you know how to add that easily, right?
What?
Put one down, drag it out to where you want the endpoint to be, and then right-click where you want to add points, and you can add any arbitrarily. You didn't know that? Here, give me the mouse.
No, I don't want you to show me.
Yeah, give me the mouse.
It'll take 0
Give me the mouse.
seconds.
Give me the mouse.
Wow.
Just do it. Actually, just try it.
Push it down the computer.
Try it yourself. Try it.
Try it, you'll like it.
It's okay, dude. Now you know. Hey, and it's still early in the project, so you get to do that all.
No, I don't want this one.
That was easy. That's not even my job, man. It's so easy.
Man, that's
Do
upsetting.
you want to be a little something?
Do I get James's paycheck for this week for doing his work for him?
Fuck this.
There's a super minor point on this one. You've got 5 lights that go through in order. It feels like they should be like 3 at a time. Because if you miss that first one, you're waiting a long time.
Yeah, this is the
just
this is that Mega Man 2 jumping puzzle that everybody hated, where you have.
Is it because Mega Man 2 is not actually a good video game?
Shut your mouth.
Mega Man's not a good game.
What? That is the most.
Sorry, Paul. Mega Man is super hard. It's super hard.
Our games are fun.
We're not making Mega Man.
Well, she looks adorable.
Vitals.
Okay.
This is what Ray's been working on. At the top of the hill, she's just kind of doing all sorts of stuff. I'm still working on that.
That's amazing. So wait, one more time. We'll watch again. We'll watch again. Because it's so good. Wait for it. Yay!
My pants are wet. Context, it's raining outside. There's no weather report on that camera right there.
The new rig is in game. Everything's working. Let me know if something looks weird, but it shouldn't. And today,
on this shitty curve.
Zoom in.
Yeah, zoom in on that. Get that shot.
Since it's not obvious from the documentary standpoint, it is raining today, and I did ride my bike to work, and I do not have rain boots. My socks got soaked. I'm not just some startup guy who's next door in Belfast.
Ladder cam, Rails light cam.
Rails light cam I'm actually doing right now.
Oh.
Just for funsies.
Half burn it.
I had free time.
What?
I know. I ran out of tasks this spring. It's weird.
This is why we're doing this.
Yeah.
That statement is why you're stuck with the camera system.
Yeah.
You're doing it for fun.
You want Big Newton?
I mean, it's dark. Can you get me feeding him a Big Newton?
I'm not gonna eat that crap.
You sure?
That's funny.
I wrote down prop, and because I'm using a giant marker, it looked like I wrote poop. All right, that's why I was laughing.
Late or something like that. There's a whole, like that whole intro cutscene's got a million of those little single frame pops in it though. Evan's looking at camera issues related to that game order. I need to ask him and see where he's at.
Zara has a hammer. What is it for?
Is that like the babies but the opposite hammer?
Otherwise, it's just some cool updates on cool things happening in the game, like not this. I didn't know you could do this with YouTube.
Yeah, I googled it. Yeah, at one point you have to lower the age limit so Raz can go on the casino floor. That kind of stuff. So you'll be making connections like that to power on different puzzles.
Does he also get to drink?
Yeah, Raz gets super schwasty in this level.
Lowers the drinking age.
Yeah, it's the second time of the game Raz takes his pants off.
To be fair, the first time he gets his pants taken away.
That's true.
That's right.
That's not his fault.
So,
Let's see if this works.
I feel everything.
It doesn't work.
Put on the ABBA.
Everyone should have their own little walk-on and walk-off music.
Oh, we all get
Like, yeah, they all get like being on the night show where you get your own.
Ready? Who?
You doing some mouth?
I forgot they're gonna use that. Okay, so hey, ready?
What? Oh my gross. Oh, okay. I thought it was Airheads. No, I don't want to blow pop.
No, thanks.
I can't eat candy before noon. That's gross. Oh.
Yesterday I stopped lollygagging and finally implemented Bob's Eat puzzles. I feel like I kind of licked that problem. Today I'm going to blow through our Hollis notes before I pop into that meeting, and hopefully nothing will gum up the works before white.
You have this all written down. It's all written down.
This is great.
A lollipop prop you got there, nice.
A lollipop?
Oh, God.
So all your tasks for
No.
are done. No,
I thought you were gonna make more puns. Like no more puns.
But we know we like Hair World. I think Hair World has a lot of possibilities.
Yeah.
So I think we just go forward with thinking of cool things for the Hair World.
Yep.
It could be about uncovering. It's about uncovering secrets.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So like, cutting hair, like like in a pirate story where you reveal the map on the scalp, or like scars on the scalp, or just basically like you could see a world or a whole section of platforming. Like you look at what looks like maybe an ocean of hair, and then you get these trimmers activated or whatever happens, and then you cut the hair to reveal an action path that you can climb on. Yeah, the hair covers up so much. It covers up ugly bumps on your head. It covers up wounds. It covers up tattoos and secrets.
Yep.
One more idea. Curly-haired one-way ropes. You see, it's a curl, and you slide down, it straightens out,
down.
drops you off, and then it curls back up.
And then it curls,
and
yeah, and you can't get back. Yeah, yeah. Cool.
Hair.
Yeah, it's
Hair is cool and gross.
Oh, no. No.
2 minutes. 2 full minutes.
Second penalty box for you.
You're winning. You're winning.
Brainstorming penalty box.
Just brainstorming.
What if Gisu is really in love with Morris?
I'll write that down. Oh, they have any dandy men.
Tim's writing down everything.
Yeah, he is.
Or you going to?
I'm writing yours on the back.
Cape Town? South Africa. South Africa.
Oh, James's idea.
South Africa's yeah, that's potentially a good one. Right. Wait, that was like up right in the middle of the apartheid state, right?
Oh yeah, 80s.
Well, maybe that doesn't exist in Psychonauts world.
Wow, apartheid eraser, Jeff. Come on.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's World War II in Psychonauts world. Like,
I think. Yeah.
There's a whole level about it?
Well, no.
You made it? How are we going to do this, Father?
All right. Everybody here? Everybody in? Here comes Ray.
Lighting feels weird. I feel like I'm in like the galley on like an alien movie.
It's a cool. Yeah, we're all around talking about what we're gonna do about what we're gonna do about Dallas.
Okay. Are we gonna have a narrator?
I was thinking you would do all the stage direction.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I was thinking that would be the voice of Tim.
Grasslands. Cube of Caligosto. Opening cutscene.
All right.
Zeroing in on one cubicle in particular, we fly in and stop at the sight of a harried-looking office worker. It's Raz, working at his desk. He's dressed in a collared work shirt, tie, and slacks. He looks drained, like he's had this job for 40 years. Lily Zanotto, also wearing business attire, appears in Raz's cube, holding a stack of files and carrying a cup of coffee. She notices the distant look on Raz's face and raises an eyebrow.
Everything okay in here, Raz?
I've dreamed about working at Psychonauts headquarters all my life. I just thought it would be more, you know.
Come on, we're going to be late for the Moral Coral.
Morale Crown.
Morale
She
Coral.
walks off. Raz follows.
And that's how we raise profits. 900% this quarter. That's right. Thank you.
And that brings us to our next topic.
Congratulations to Caligosto Lobato.
Raz pursues Lobato through the office as the architecture begins to morph and distort into a psychedelic obstacle course. Then the level is played and the player has fun.
Then you go through all kinds of crazy psychic surreal traps.
Cube of Caligosto outro and a big overuse of the portal technology.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
No, not her. Please don't make me look at her again.
Nothing happens until the player turns around to see what's making the light behind Raz. Behind him is Maligula in her most terrifying glory, her mouth open in an unnatural scream that sucks Raz in.
I'm amazed you didn't write that all out. You should write that all out.
I didn't get that in there.
Raz gasps as he wakes up from his psychic travels. He's on the Psychonauts jet, sitting next to a sleeping, heavily restrained Lobato and the other Psychonauts.
Wait, I recognize her now from the cover of True Psychic Tales issue 43. That's
Maligula.
What?
A chime is heard from the flight controls. Bing bang.
Approaching the weather load.
The group turns to look out the windshield of the jet. Psychonauts HQ appears in the distance, slowly loading in through Unreal.
All right.
Last Christmas, you gave me your heart. The very next day, you threw it away. Meow, meow, meow.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Let's find out what happened this week of business, right?
Thanks, Lily. Nothing. We didn't do anything last week.
That's it.
Okay. Great stuff. Okay.
What are the big ones you care about?
The big ones I care about are...
Maligula's alive.
Maligula's alive. And he's trying to find her. Maligula's your grandma, if we're going down that route.
I've come to like that one.
Yeah.
Like where I'm at with this right now is I like the grandma stuff, and the fact that I don't hate what we've come up with so far makes me think we should do it. Ford shattered his own mind. Maligula's location. Lucretia is Maligula, and Ford is protecting Maligula. Some of these are kind of overlapped.
Yeah. Lucretia is Maligula. It feels
That's an
almost
early
like,
one.
That's a really early one. That's
That's
like
an early
something
one,
you're
right?
just going to learn like along the way here.
Liglia's location may or may not be a big deal. Foreshadow's own mind isn't
Well,
an important part of
if
it.
she is your grandma, then her location is no longer a big deal because those are the two. Who she is and where she is are the same thing.
Truman isn't Truman. Is in that.
Oh, Truman isn't Truman. Yeah, and so
that's definitely in Crystal's mind, right?
That's right now. It's in Crystal's mind. Yeah, which we could.
We don't have anything else to put there.
The bigger thing is like, if you imagine he finds out it's his grandma, this has to be a thing where he like loves his grandma. His grandma's like the one that sort of secretly encouraged his psychic powers, or something.
I love her so much. That's why I've never brought her up, and she wasn't in any of the vaults from the first game.
So it could be Raz could be like, oh shit, it's my grandma. I know my grandma. She's not terrible. Wait a minute, I got to get to the bottom of this. So there could be some amount of time of Raz having that information and not wanting to tell Grumman, and now he's playing both sides. He's hiding from the Psychonauts, and Grumman is like, "What's up? Did you find her? What's going on?" And he's trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
That could be really interesting because he'll put my grandma in jail, and bad things will happen.
Grandma
to my
jail,
family. Yeah.
the worst kind.
It seems like her being your grandma has to be the last piece of information because everything goes nuts at that point. Because okay, Dad's gonna fucking kill Grandma if I tell him this.
Right.
Grandma killed
Or he thinks
actual grandma.
or he thinks his dad knows, and it's like he doesn't want to confront his dad about it because he thinks his dad must be in on the secret, and it doesn't make sense to him. My dad told me my whole life psychics were evil.
Yeah.
Is this why?
And the final piece of information you learn is something like, do we have a? Don't we need a plot point that kicks off Act 3 in an exciting way?
Maybe.
But whatever.
Anyway,
so anyway,
it's
somewhere
early
in there,
enough. All right,
right?
so
Blah, 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 blah.
yeah, you get a secret mission,
And then you go to the grave. You go to the colony, and there's a graveyard there, and there's a grave digger forward, and then he's like, "Oh, it's your grandma." I port your grandma.
Yes, we make it very, very clear that Ford and your grandma had sex,
and they will continue to.
And they will continue to have sex. That's why, yes.
Is it bad that the final boss fight is not with Crystal?
There's currently no boss
Seems like
fight.
we've made all this. Done all this work to make Maligula kind of sympathetic.
Yep.
And the final fight is with her.
Yep. It's like the end of God of War. End of God of War, everybody scales up like 300 feet, and you have a giant sword fight in like a bay somewhere.
Oh, with Ares.
Yeah, with Ares. Yeah. Or we could turn into a shooter. There's a thing that is like, it's mostly Japanese games where for no reason at all, the very last level of the game is a shooter, like is a like scrolling shooter. You just.
I've never had that happen.
There's a bunch of games like that. It's like Devil May Cry is like that. There's a bunch of games that, for whatever reason, the last level all of a sudden, totally different game.
Exciting.
For no reason. Yeah. Yeah, you're going down flooded valleys. You're escaping a giant like tsunami thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. No, is JP here?
Yes.
Where's JP?
He's behind the post.
JP, hey. By the way, we changed some stuff with the levels you're working on.
Very little. Very little.
It's more the context for them, but that's.
I worked on Bioshock 1, so you can't.
So let me tell you some things.
Yeah. And there's fucking tape cassettes everywhere. Okay. So you're like, what? Why is he in my dad's brain? Where's my dad's brain? My dad's brain is, of course, in the suitcase that he's been carrying this whole time. Yeah.
See, and everybody makes that sound.
Yeah.
And thinks how
My God, I wish I could have paid more for this game. Okay, so
we'll pop up a little thing that says, "Would you like to pay?"
Now, how much do you like it? Now, how much? And then you fight Maligula, and that is the dramatic conclusion of the end, and that is the end, and that's where you learn that the double point makes the best games. The end. Bada. Hey, clap.
That was today's reenactment, Levi. Just a little reenactment.
Yeah. They're all dead. All of them.
Good morning.
Ooh, I like your jacket.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Hello. I worked on a real slice a little bit, but I don't think it's good enough yet. So I'm going to work on that until it's great. Also going to start on a list of monsters for the level, just in case so. But mostly working on a slice of the wheel.
Don't laugh. It's just encouraging.
Happy to talk to anyone about ideas for the casino level, even if it's nacho level.
Well, the only thing, it's funny, the only thing the only thing that I actually care about is to make sure that you're not moving around your work so you can make puns. Like, are you like, ooh, monsters are a pun, I should work on monsters today. As long as you're actually taking the work you're actually doing and then figuring out how to make puns about it, that's totally fine. Just don't bend your work so that you can make puns.
Today was especially cheesy though.
Take out clone.
Hate
Clone
power.
is a
Hate it so
tack-on to
much.
me.
You
That
can't
is-
put this in the documentary now. She said, "What is there to understand?" I'm like, never mind. It's a great power. Wait, don't put that. Don't you dare put that in the documentary. I swear to God.
No.
He'll kill us. Is Cassie gonna have a? Is Cassie gonna have a huge reason?
That's not your point. Let me
This is going to be uncomfortable until we ship this game.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
This is 3D level production. Yep.
I do want to.
Always.
That's my 2 cents. How was that? Was that good? Thanks.
Just like you rehearsed.
I don't know. Maybe I should have said this with Zach in the room.
No, I think you should have said it with him one-on-one because that kind of critique should happen in private.
Sorry, after another meeting, you have to go too.
Is that the Ford one?
Yes. F-Lord.
Just which team do you care about more?
Yeah.
I'll be there in a few minutes.
No, their level's great.
Okay,
I'll
so
stick
it looks
here.
like we're settling on hospital
The level's in good shape. I'll just stay in this meeting.
and high school.
Until we fix it, right? Yeah, I actually think hospital is way stronger.
If you just think of a bunch of fun, Levi has probably already drawn 3 fun hospital ideas.
Ink blot test?
Mm-hmm. Rorschach tests. If they don't go in the game, we've failed.
Do octopuses make ink?
They do. Oh my God, it's all come together. Oh my God, he has a Rorschach attack, like, and then it slams on you, like the Rorschach test folds on.
Person sees a
But they're
butterfly.
all still involving their mother having sex with someone, right? Obviously, like with a horse, with a butterfly.
No, you know, the more times you make that joke, the more you reveal about yourself, Tim.
You enter some sort of
Let's go.
central
It's
lobby
good.
where she's like,
Fixed.
okay, now you're in my bright
All better now.
So you will see. I'm gonna take you to my nurse.
It's a hat.
Yeah. Oh,
And coupons. It does fit my head.
Awesome. Wow.
Hello.
Should I give like a slightly less creepy face?
How are there no iced tea puns? I was expecting.
I got told off in regards to my puns.
You got challenged to develop better material.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All feedback's good feedback.